Hi, Kelly Eckholt here to update you with the key events of the week. So the Iran war has been continuing without any signs of resolution. As a result, crude oil and refined fuels prices have continued to rise, such that it's looking increasingly likely that we're going to have petrol prices at $3.50 a litre and diesel at around about $3. We've been making some forecast adjustments to account for the changed conditions. The increased energy prices means that it's likely that inflation is going to remain above or around 3% for most of this year, and we think that growth will be undermined and perhaps be 0.5% lower. It means that it's going to take longer for the labour market to recover, and it's probably fair to say that it's a bit of a movable feast at this stage, so further forecast adjustments are likely forthcoming. We did get some data on GDP for the fourth quarter of last year, which was a bit disappointing. GDP grew by 0.2% for the quarter and 1.3% for the year, and that was about 0.3 or 0.4% below forecasts either by ourselves or the Reserve Bank. Basically, that means that even though we had a couple of positive quarters of growth in the second half of last year, momentum in the economy was weaker than was anticipated, and it's the sort of thing that is not going to make the Reserve Bank particularly keen on raising interest rates, particularly early, as markets are currently pricing. This week I spoke to Christchurch clients about the Iran war and the implications for the economy, and I did ask them how they were thinking about the implications for their own business. The biggest group of customers said it was really too early to tell about what they should do with their business, but there is a sizable minority that was starting to look forward to potentially having to reduce an investment in employment, which probably is appropriate in the environment. Globally, central banks, they're not taking very much from this change in circumstances coming from the war at this stage. And I expect to see a little bit more of that sort of tone from the Reserve Bank Governor next week when she speaks. I'll be back to update you again next week.